everyone. I'm Dr. Debulina Mukherjee, and welcome to the sixth episode of Epilepsy Voices of India by the Indian Epilepsy Association. In today's episode, we have yet another inspirational epilepsy warrior with us, Ms. Divyasiny Sharma, who will be sharing with us her powerful journey with epilepsy as well as her experiences with yoga in epilepsy. Ms. Divyasini Sharma is 22 years old. She is currently pursuing BA LLB. She even has a diploma in yoga training and has also done a certified course in self-defense. She teaches people with epilepsy various yoga techniques and their benefits on a weekly basis to different age groups. She is a yoga instructor and social worker at Epilepsy Foundation Mumbai. She has also worked for AADHAR Welfare Association as a social worker for Mission of Beggarless India. She was a young leader and fundraiser for the TATA Mumbai Marathon, completing 10-kilometer runs and winning many medals in the Mumbai Marathon. She further received the Golden Light Award in International Bureau For Epilepsy at the 13th Asian and Oceanian Epilepsy Congress 2021. She is also a Global Epilepsy Leadership member of IBE. She has attended several econs, and on the last econ of 2025, she also delivered a lecture on yoga for epilepsy and neurodisability, talking about the practice guidelines, and also presented a poster on empowering the impact of yoga on emotional well-being. She has many wonderful achievements to her name. So let us welcome her today. Thank you so much, Divyasini, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me to this interview and that wonderful introduction. My name is Divya. I'm a person with epilepsy. My journey with this condition has been a long road of discovery, moving from confusion and superstition toward medical clarity and self-dependence.
Right, right. So, Divyashini, please tell us more about your journey with epilepsy, your experiences. How has it been so far?
So my journey begins when I was in sixth standard, around 10 to 12 years old. At that age, I have no idea that epilepsy even existed. For the first 3 months, I didn't tell anyone. I genuinely thought the shivering and sensations I was feeling were normal. That kind of maybe everyone experienced them. It was not until 3 months later my elder sister noticed something that there is something wrong. The reality was that even my family didn't know that epilepsy was that it could be a medically diagnosed. It's a disease and it can be diagnosed. After witnessing my seizures a few times, my life shifted to hospital corridors. It was a cycle of daily blood tests, CT scans, MRI, constant exhaustion from endless testing. I started feeling like a burden on my family. When the initial medical test didn't provide an immediate call, my surroundings shifted towards superstition. I went through everything: dargah, temple, and traditional healing rituals, trying to chase away what people thought was a ghost or superstition. The turning point of my life came. Everything changed when a friend of my father explained that this was not any supernatural or superstition thing. It was a treatable medical condition. He refers us to Dr. Nimal Surya, who has been like a godsend to me. He runs a free epilepsy camp in Mumbai that supports over 3,000 patients, providing them free treatment with medication. Dr. Nimal Surya has given a new lease on life to many people. I don't even have the words to describe it. If he were not in my life today, I would not be here there. After receiving treatment from him, I began to feel that epilepsy became an opportunity for me. If I didn't have epilepsy, I would not be giving this interview today, and I would not be the unique and standout person I'm right now. He taught me that I'm a normal human being and there is no fundamental difference between me and anyone else. Today, I stand here to say that epilepsy doesn't define my worth. It's just a part of my story, not the whole book.
That is absolutely wonderful. I think it's still quite unfortunate that even now there are so many misconceptions and superstitions which are related to epilepsy. But I'm glad that you had the support to rise above these challenges and also educate others in this process. So let's talk about another important aspect that you discussed with me, and that is yoga in epilepsy. So how was it that, you got introduced to yoga and you started realizing the benefits of it? So how has that experience been?
My journey with yoga actually started because I was late for a doctor's appointment. It was June 21st, International Yoga Day. When I finally reached to the OPT, my doctor asked me, why you are late today? So I simply said, sir, today is 21st International Yoga Day, and I was performing yoga at my school. At that time, my recovery was moving at a pace that surprised even the medical team. My seizures were becoming controlled much faster than expected, and my EG reports were showing significant improvement. My doctor was curious and asked, "What kind of yoga are you doing? Show me some asanas and all." So, right there in the clinic, I demonstrated some of the unique asanas I had practiced, like Vrikshasana, tree pose, and even Shirshasana, the headstand pose. So, the doctor was so impressed by my balance and dedication that he realized how much yoga was contributing to the neurological health. That was the day he named me the ambassador of yoga. He saw firsthand that yoga could be a powerful tool in reducing the controlling seizure. From that day, I started teaching yoga on a weekly basis to all age groups living with epilepsy. We saw incredible results like stress reduction, better sleep patterns, improved mental clarity. Even when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, we didn't stop. We shifted to online sessions. Our Dr. Nimal Surya arranged a full digital support system, including physiotherapy, speech therapy, music therapy, yoga therapy. The results were fantastic, and it kept our community connected during a very difficult time. Today, we continue with a hybrid model of both online and offline session. I have been invited to speak at numerous conferences and public forums to deliver lecture on yoga. I'm so happy and proud to be part of this movement, showing the world that with the right balance of medicines and mindfulness, we can truly transform our lives. So, what yoga helps in epilepsy is, for example, Vrikshasana improves concentration. Since this is a balancing pose, it requires total focus. This helps train the brain to stay calm and centered. Neuromuscular coordination, it strengthens the connection between mind and body, helping with overall stability, build patience and confidence. Shirshasana, the headstand, it's a king of asana, increased blood flow to the brain, stress reduction, improved sleep. So this is how yoga helps in epilepsy. There are some asanas who is very beneficial for person with epilepsy.
Right. So actually, yeah, yoga has long been a part of our Indian tradition and culture. And in fact, some studies have actually shown that it can be quite a safe and effective complementary therapy in addition to our standard therapies. And not only in just reducing the seizure burden or the seizure frequency, I think it helps a lot with the stress management and dealing with the anxiety, the depression, and the stigmatization that comes along with it, and the overall improvement in quality of life as well as mental and physical well-being, right? So, and apart from this, I know that you've always been a very active advocate for epilepsy, and you're also pursuing your BA LLB. So what are your plans and dreams for future?
So my plans for the future are driven by the struggles I faced early in my journey. I am currently pursuing for LLB, and my dream is to bridge the gap between legal rights and healthcare awareness. As a law student, I realize that many people with epilepsy face discrimination in schools, workplace, and even within their families. My goal is to use my legal knowledge to fight for inclusive policies, sorry, ensure that educational institutions and workplace provide reasonable accommodation for people with chronic conditions. Legal awareness, many don't know their rights. I want to be a voice that ensures no one is treated as a burden, incapable because of this medical diagnosis. I plan to take my weekly yoga session to a much large scale. I want to collaborate with more hospitals and NGOs, similar to the work of Dr. Nimal Surya, to integrate yoga as a standard complementary therapy for neurological health. My hope is to prove through data and testimonials like my own improved EG and holistic practice can significantly improve the quality of life of thousands. I have already started attending conferences and public forums. But my dream is to represent the epilepsy community at a national policy level. I want to help create a world where medical treatment is accessible, like the free camps I have attended. Superstition is replaced by the science and empathy. The word epilepsy no longer carries a shadow of shame. My hope is that the next 10 years, girl who starts shivering in the sixth standard doesn't have to hide it for 3 months. I want her to know immediately that she's normal, she's protected by law, and she has the strength, perhaps through yoga, to conquer anything.
And I wish you all the very success in all your endeavors, Divyasini. Do
Thank
you
you,
have any
thank
final
you.
message for all the viewers, especially people with epilepsy?
To every person out there who have just received a diagnosis or has been fighting this battle for years, I want to say three things. You're not burden, boj, for a long time I felt like a burden to my family because of this test, the seizure and the worry. But please understood, your condition is medical reality, not a personal failure. You are a human being with an immense value, and having epilepsy doesn't make you less than anyone else. I know the pressure of that jhadfuk and the label people put on this condition. My life changed when I stopped looking for superstition and started looking for right doctor. Epilepsy is treatable. Find a mentor like Dr. Surya, and don't let anyone tell you that this is a curse. It's a simply neurological challenge that can be managed. For me, it was yoga. It improved my EEG, controlled my seizures, and gave me back my confidence. For you, it might be art, studies, or support, sports, etc. Don't let fear of seizures stop you from living. If I can do Shirshasana headstand and study law, you can chase your dreams too. So हम एक नॉर्मल इंसान है, हम में और बाकियों में कोई फर्क नहीं है. There is no difference between us and a normal person. We just have a different rhythm to our lives. Own your journey, take your medicines, practice your mindfulness, and never ever be ashamed of your own story. I'm studying the law to ensure that our medical condition never become a legal or a social barrier.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Divyashini, for sharing your journey and your powerful experiences with us. And most importantly, you've highlighted on a very important aspect, that is yoga and epilepsy. And you've shown how it can be a safe and complementary therapy, and of course, under close supervision, and how it can help in alleviating the seizure burdens, as well as alleviating the stress and the stigma which is associated with epilepsy, and improving quality of life. You are an inspiration for all of us, as well as
Thank
for
you.
every person with epilepsy. And we wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. And we wish you the best of health, happiness, and success. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
And thank you to all our viewers for listening to us today. Do stay tuned for more such informative videos. Thank you.
Bye.